Hey, everybody, how's it going? Just checking the chat out here. This is Lee from Play Guitar Podcast, Play Guitar Academy. How's everything in your holiday season going? We are going to have some, this is going to be an annual, let me turn this down. I got a little too much in, there we go. It's going to be an annual thing. This is holiday shopping, man. We're getting ready for that season. I know everybody's got some gear they got their eye on. I do too, a little bit, not a whole lot, a little bit for me. But what we're gonna do today is we're gonna talk about your picks, your holiday picks. I wanted to see what everybody's looking for this year. And if one or two of you want to pop in and join me today, let me know. We could do that. That'd be a lot of fun. We are broadcasting live on YouTube, on Facebook, on the Play Guitar Facebook group, and on my personal Facebook page too. So that's where we're at right now. So we may have some folks from my personal page jumping in too. Let's go ahead and see who we got here. So we got Evan and Coke and Kevin. Let's see here. Yep, we got Coke's here. Chris is here. Kevin is here. There's Evan. Dean's here. All right, so we got a group started already. These things without the countdown, usually after about the first 10 minutes, we start getting a few folks in here. So let's get started. Talk about me a little bit, and then we're going to go through the group. So everybody get your list ready. Okay? So Evan says, what's Lee want for Christmas? Let's see. Not much. Most of the stuff I want is stuff so I can make what we're doing right here better. I want some like camera lenses and that kind of stuff. Not fun stuff. Business. That's really just business stuff. But there's a couple things. You guys know that I've been kind of going back to pedal basics and trying to get some of the classic pedals, not the boutique pedals, the classic pedals. Ones maybe I haven't used before too. So there are two pedals that are not really super expensive pedals that I've never used before, and it's time for me. So there's the Boss SD one that I've never used before, that I know a lot of people get great lead sounds from, and then there's the Proco Rat or the Rat 2. I've never used those pedals, either of those pedals before. Heard them a million times, know all about them, never owned them. Never got a chance to play them. So I know that the SD1 is something I'm going to be looking at today when we hit the interwebs. I think that's around like $60, $50, $60, something like that. And the Rat, I have no idea. And I know there's some clones too of the Rat that might be pretty good. As you know, I use for teaching and all that stuff the Pod HD 500X. And yeah, it's not, it's okay. It works. But, I was thinking about maybe just running an amp all the time. But in this room, which is not the biggest room in the world, it does get pretty hot. I've got two lights behind the monitors right here, which give off a good bit of heat. And then the computer, which does too. So after a while it gets hot. And with the tube amp in here too, it's going to be hard to do some really long live streams. So was thinking about either the Katana as a small amp and to run direct from that, or maybe a new floorboard, which would be the opposite. The Katana you can get really inexpensive, the 50-watt one. And then but the floorboards I want would be like the Helix or the Axe FX, Kemper, all those kind of things too, which are way on the other side of in the price range of that. So that's another thing. And then the other thing I was wondering was maybe an ISO cab. I've got a little one. I've got a little Axe Track little one, which works okay, works pretty good. But there's some bigger ones out there where I could use one of the speakers that I normally use. So those are the, let's see, what was that? 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 5 things that I've kind of got my eye on this season. And who knows? May get all of them, may get none of them. I don't know. Depends on if I've been on Santa's nice list this year. Let's see here. So Coke says he wants a Klon. What's the what is that Electro-Harmonix Klon clone? I have a couple students who use that. Is it a soul food? Is that what it is? That'd be interesting too. Soul food. I've been looking through I found a few of my old pedals. I still haven't found all of them. Got a lot of boxes still to go through. Kevin says love my rat. Yeah, that's a neat pedal. That's a neat pedal. I know Jeff Beck used to use one a lot. Don't know if he's still using one now, but that's one I'm going to look for. So let's see here. Let's go. Evan says soul food. I think that's right. Cool. Okay. So we got a few folks in here. Let's start with who got here first. So Coke was first, right? Coke was in there first, man. What are you looking for this year? I think I read, I'm going to get Facebook up over here on my other screen too, because there's some folks who couldn't make it tonight for the live stream who, let's see here if I could find out where we're at. A couple folks were looking for some gear too that we're, and we can keep our eye out for that as we start going through some stuff. So let's see here. Moshe said it's too late, but he's looking for the Spark, right? So we'll see what the Positive Grid Spark is going for now. I remember when David got his, it was like 210, something like that. But that was before they were readily available. So we'll see how that is. And let's see here. Stephen Finn said he's got one. It's great. And Evan has got Super Gas right now. And he said this will be dangerous but also highly enjoyable. And Kevin says, if I make a list, am I guaranteed that Santa's going to bring me those things? No, I'm not guaranteeing nothing. But me and Santa, we're like that. We're like that. So we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. Let's see here. Oh, okay. And so we're gonna see what Coke says in just a second. And then we got Ashley talked about his the Line 6 Helix, and they were just talking about that with Sebastian. And then David says he can't make it today, but he's looking for an Ibanez Artcore semi hollow body, a zebra wood one. That one comes up a lot every Christmas, is the semi hollow body one. A lot of people want to get into the semi hollow stuff, and the Ibanez is a very affordable and a good way of getting in there. So we'll look at some Ibanez guitars. And of course, for me, I always want. I'm still looking for like a fast guitar at some point. Probably not this Christmas though. And Sebastian said he's looking to get a modern Les Paul, either a Solar or an LTD with Evertune. Okay, so a Les Paul, like a player, Les Paul copy. Okay, so I got all that down here. Let's go back to the chat. Dean says he's looking for a new 4K camera for a second and a better mic. I've been using the Panasonic G7, which does 4K at 24 frames per second and 30, and that's it for that. So that's a cheap way of getting into it though, and you can hack it where it does unlimited 4K stuff. So that's the one I've been getting to know lately. So here's Coke. Okay, Coke says, speaking pedals, Chris has convinced me I need an Octave pedal eventually. They're cool. I've got a Boss, the brown one, the OC3, I think it was. We can take a look at those too. So we'll look at Octave pedals. This is fun, man. It's like getting the list together. Chris says, I'm getting a Super DiMarzio DP218 for the Strat, the bridge rail. And it's on Santa's sack despite being low in supply in the UK. That's good. I'm glad Santa was able to find that, or had his elves build that for you. Kevin's thinking about a boost pedal. He was looking at the EP booster in the last hangout. Right, so we'll look at boost pedals and what the EP booster's going for. I have right over there. Let's see here. Okay, there we go. Right up there, the red one. I have a fat boost that I was using before. I've had a couple boost pedals. I had a micro MXR micro amp, and then that fat boost, and then once I started using the EP booster, everything just kind of stopped. I just stayed with that because it does something pretty cool that I like. Kev says leave with a Parker Fly. You know what? I never really got on with the Parker Fly. I had a friend of mine who used one and it sounded great. It sounded really good back in the day. He used one with a remember this Johnson Millennium amplifier, like one of the first modeling pure amps. It was pretty neat. It was different. It was a real different thing. And Dean says, if you have a direct link to Santa, tell him to bring me a Taylor 814. Okay, we're gonna write that down. Taylor 814. Okay. And let's see here. If Santa stopped by, a Squire Affinity HSS or a Yamaha Pacifica 112V. I really need better practice guitar. The Goodwill special is wearing out. So let's write those down. Squire Affinity HSS and the Pacifica, Yamaha Pacifica 112V. Okay, we'll take a look at those two. Evan says, I've decided Christmas will fall how it does, right? But I plan to put together a small pedal board in 2021. Cool. We'll keep an eye out for these pedals. And let's see here. We've got two more to go through. Coke says, oh, do I need a compressor pedal? That's on the future list too. Do you need one? It depends on style of music, I guess, or a lot of people get away without one. I enjoy compressor pedals, and even just pedals that have a lot of built-in compression to them too. Chris says my Octave is a TC Nether. Yeah, fret. Now there you go. Fret crowning files. That's the present. Gosh, I bought mine. I don't even know how long ago I bought them. Still getting a lot of use out of them. So, and an entire woodworking shop too. Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna. We're about 1:15 now. So we're gonna be heading towards the stores in just a few minutes. Kevin says, of course, I also want that Olympic white Strat with the mint green pickguard too, and a Butterscotch blonde Telly and Les Paul. Okay. So we've got Olympic white Strat and Butterscotch blonde Telly. There's a lot of different ways that we could go. Actually, Kevin and I have been kind of talking about this. up till now. So there's a couple different ways we can go with that. So I'm really interested to see what we find. Okay, that was the Butterscotch Blonde. Telly. Okay. Cook says, no, I do need one. Yeah, you need one, man. I had a really neat compressor pedal. It was, I think it was called a tone pump. It was a Barber Electronics tone pump. And it was like a Dynacomp, but you could take your original signal and blend it in with it too. It was really neat. I ended up selling it because I didn't use it a whole lot, but it sounded really nice. Okay, and Evan is still looking at the Pelham Blue 339. I think it's an Epiphone. Pelham Blue. Okay, not counting on it, crossing fingers, which are turning blue. How's everybody's weather right now? Warm back up here. How's the finger? Finger is good. Almost ready to I put the wedding ring back on. So the swelling's down completely. I'm just waiting for this last little bit to heal up before I put it back on there. So finger's good. No problems at all. Got lucky on that one. Oh, it's colder there. Yeah, it's warmer here. We had a cold week last week. It's warmer here. Oh, Kevin's up there. And it's cold up there too. So we got a lot of cold. 48 degrees in New Orleans, 48 degrees. Goodness gracious. In Wisconsin, can't ask for much better weather up there. Right. It's not northern cold. Yeah. Even in Georgia, man. Georgia was where we were in Macon. I don't know what it is. It's I've heard someone say it's something about kind of a like a valley effect or something like that, where it stays humid. We would get the just as hot as Florida summers, and then like just cold, frigid cold winter, and we got all of it, and I was just done. I'm done with that. So we had a little bit of cold. It's like, man, I can't wear shorts today. And I start yelling at people to get off my lawn. Get off my lawn. Okay, let's see here. $48. I'm going through these. Yep, that's summer. That's summer temperatures, right? Okay. All right. So we got a good list here. Okay, I'm checking Facebook. If anybody wants to come on here with me, just let me know. You can send me a message on Facebook, and we can get that going here. All right, so let's go on over to Google. Let's start basic here. Hey Josh, how you doing, man? Thanks for hanging out with us today. You got any holiday wish list guitar gear that you're looking for? I've been writing it down. We're going to start looking for some good deals here. Let's see here. Okay. All right. Let's get started here. So let's see. The first one, I'll do mine last. We'll go through everybody else's first. So the Spark, the Art Core, Octave Pedals. I'm just curious first. Let's find out how much the Spark is going for. Okay. So we look over here to the side, straight from Positive Grip, it's $254 free shipping. Sweetwater adds $4. No, that's $254. Okay. Let's see here. Let's see what Amazon's doing for that. $254. So it looks like Positive Grid has got that price kind of locked down. $254. $300 with a what? With a custom made carrying bag. Let's check that carrying bag out, That looks nice. Are you carrying your Spark around? I guess. It's a 40 watt. I don't think it's like battery powered there, so. So is anyone here interested in used equipment as well? Are we just looking new today, or are we looking used too? I would think at this point, the 14th, I guess you could still get used and new stuff. You wouldn't have to rely on prime shipping. So we're looking at Spark. I'm going to write this down as we go. So the Spark's like, what was it, 254, and with case 300. Not bad. The other side of that was, let's see what Amazon has for the Katana. Katana 50 watt Mark II. We're looking at $269 for that. Little different thing. So let's see here. So the Katana, so looking at $269 at Amazon. And let's see here. I'm gonna let's head back to Google. Let's see what we got here. So we got $229 Guitar Center, $229 Sweetwater, George's $229. And what was the Amazon? Was that $269 Amazon? That's no good. Let's see here. $229. Oh, that was the one I saw had some sort of a bundle with some bad picks and terrible terrible stuff. Yeah, let's see here. So Evan says, right now not new, but I'm not philosophically opposed to use. Right, now new, but not opposed to use. Dean says, for the money, I really like my Spark. That's good. Josh says, that's pretty expensive. I wanted one, but just stopped wanting. Yeah. And Spark does tone matching, right? I know that their software, their computer software, the amp and all that. Let me get some water here. Excuse me. They get into the tone matching thing, so I would guess it does too. I'm not sure. You get a Spark. You get a Spark. Everybody gets a Spark. Pretty cool, man. Pretty cool. So we're looking at $229 for the Katana, and the Spark was $254. Now, Spark does more things than the Katana, but I really like the tones that I hear from the students who have the Boss amp too. So, yeah, I'm back and forth between those. Okay, and let's just look new now. Okay, here, let me get back to. Let's just look for new stuff now, and then at the end, if we have some time at the end, we can start going into like Reverb and eBay and all those things there. See what we can do. So we're just getting the basic new prices at first, and then we'll also look at Google off to the right. Sometimes you can find some deals off to the right too. Okay, so there was an Artcore and some like ESP Les Pauls. Those were two from the chats, and we have Octave Pedals. Let's just look up. Let's look up an Ibanez Artcore. Did they say? I don't think he said the model number. I'm going to do the AS73. Let's see what that is. So that's like, it's looking like 400 across the board. There's a 12 string. That's 500. So let's see here. And there's a Reverb one, Sweetwater. Let's look at Sweetwater here. Anybody ever do business with Sweetwater? Has anybody heard from Josh? I'm gonna have to get in touch with him. He hasn't been around for. I know he went back to work a few months ago, and his hands were kind of busted up, and I haven't heard from him since then. I'm gonna have to get in touch with him. So we're looking at $399 for that. That's a nice finish. I know those are those photo forget what they call them, the picture of wood type things though. And they got rid of, do you remember the old Artcore headstock logos that it didn't really, that looked a little too I don't know, something that people now they've changed them up, and I think people are buying them a little bit more. Let's see here. So $400 for a 335 veneer. Thank you, Coke. That was a long day of editing videos, and that word just wasn't coming. Thank you, man. So we're looking at $399 across the board for that. We'd have to go used to get a better deal for the basic art core right there. And let's see here. Evan says, theoretically, dealing with Sweetwater's happening behind my back. Shh. I like Sweetwater. I like, they kind of assign you a guy, and they call you and ask you if you want stuff here and there. You feel like a real person to them. So I always thought that was kind of cool. And you get the candy too, which never lasts long once the package gets in there. So we're looking at $399 for the art core. I think it's so that, what was that? The ESP Les Paul. It's the ESP Les Paul. So there's a lot there. You could go with the there's a that might be used. I'm not sure. Let's go to Sweetwater. We've been talking Sweetwater, and then we'll go to Ibanez for that. I mean, to Amazon too. That's nice. This is the one with the Duncan. Was it a JB in the bridge? It says dual humbucking pickup. So which ones? I think it was like a 59 in the neck and a JB in the bridge. Let's see here. Pickups. Yep, a 59 and a JB, which is a good set for a Les Paul. I liked using the JB for a Les Paul. I'm going to put mine back in mine. How thick are these guitars? Do they show you a side? Yeah, not super thick, but that may not be a bad thing too. But that's $1,000 for that. Let's see here. Ltd Les Paul. Let's see if Sweetwater's got any other ones there. $9.99, $12.99. So you got kind of these more metal ones. It's 7-string for $479, and then we're getting down to the 400s, 449s. So it looks like you're going from like the 400s, 449. It's like their base price for those. Anybody played one of these before? One of the ESP Les Pauls? I haven't. But it looks like $449 is the low on that. Okay. All right. So let's get to some of the things that we were talking about in the chat right now. So we've got the first one was an octave pedal. Let's go see. Let's just type in octave pedal. Let's see what comes up. The OC5. Did they have an OC4? Did I miss that completely? I don't know. I have no idea. So we had the OC5, subbing up. OC, I think, what was the one Prince used? He used the OC2. So we got a lot of the bosses. The Pitchfork, Electro-Harmonics. This guy has the best 8 Octave Pedals of 2019. Too late, man. That's old news. I'll go to Sweetwater. No, go back to. Let's go back to Amazon. Here. Okay. Let's see here. Dino, what's up, man? How you doing? Evan says Dave has the semi hollow itch as well. I see. Yeah. Is Dave here? It's Dave, man. It's Dave. Is Dave here? Because I'm not seeing him in my chat from this thing. I could be missing a few folks. Let's see here. So we got the Earthquaker, the Donner. Okay. So we got here's our entry into the super lows. So the Donner digital octave guitar effect pedal. 7 modes. So is this a Dave here, man. It's Dave. Let me in. 7 modes effect, digital circuit, whole out. Let's see here if it looks like it. So we got wet and dry. And then a sharp detune flat harmonic square. Is this an upper octave or a lower octave? It says octave effect. So this may not be what I'm looking for. I don't know. Let's see here. OC3, this is the one I have. And this one's nice. It's $139. It's not cheap, but what's neat about it is it has kind of like a filter. So that if you want a low octave on just your low E string or low E and A string just on the low notes, you can filter out the high notes. So you can play guitar. I used it for acoustic when we were doing a solo thing, and I just barely blended in just a little bit of it, but it just really almost felt like a bass player was hanging out with it. And so I liked that. I thought that was pretty cool. That's $139. Let's look. So the sub and up is $89. Up down. There's a Joyo for $89. I don't know. I'm not bass octave deluxe for $149 MXR. Basically like the Boss. Which I wonder what would you, if you weren't going the Boss, which one would you really want to try out? I guess it's just kind of a crapshoot. Yeah, I'm not seeing any that just jump off the page to me here. Let's see here. Vintage bass, Aguilar Optimizer. Okay. All right. So that's basically, that was like $139 for the Boss. Boost pedals. Okay. Oh, wait. Hold a second. Dino says, all good. Pandemic live chats right again. Yeah, it's not over. It's December 14th. It's not over. You guys getting out a little bit more? We've been getting out a little bit more. You remember, we did a good 7 months barely leaving the house in the beginning. So we've been getting out a little bit more. Coke says, switched brass nut for a normal nut. Took off the pickup plastic case things and sanded them down. That way I could lower the action without strings hitting the pickup guards. Okay. Really getting some low action there. Brass nut brass nuts are, they are, it's very interesting what a brass nut does to a guitar tone. Very interesting. It's really got the way the harmonics, the overtones on the strings work with a brass nut, to me is not something that I really, doesn't feel that great to me, but a lot of people like them. For me, it wasn't happening for me. 335 clone. That's right. Evan's been a little tiny bit, getting some sidewalk concerts, that kind of thing. Cool. That's cool. We've been going to some of the resorts here in Orlando and hanging out. It's been pretty fun. It's been pretty neat. But eating outside, we still aren't eating inside places yet. Okay, so let's see here. So last thing we did was the Octave Pedal boosters. So I'm going to say clean, boost, pedal. So the EP booster looks like it's going for 120. It's got one knob. It's got some dip switches on the inside that I've got the older ones. I got two of them. I got two older ones. I don't know. They do have some dip switches. I think there's more functionality there too. And then there's the Spark mini boost pedal for like $50. Haven't tried that yet. I always liked the micro amp. It was super clean, man. It didn't do what the EP booster did. It was just like raw pushing you there. Super sweet. There's the micro amp, except the one I had was this one with the one knob, and I put one of those big, huge knob covers on it so you could turn it with your feet. That was fun. MXR's got a booster too, so a lot of people are getting into the booster game. The EP booster at 120. Wait, what do we got here? The Mesa Boogie Tone Burst Clean Boost Pedal at 179 is at the moment the upper end of this. So let's see here. The Busta Grande, I've heard that. The Keeley Mini. So these are all kind of let's see if we can find a better price for this. 120. You're gonna have to go used. Sometimes we can go new. Let's see if I can. Okay, so let's hit Amazon here. And then, so we're 116 new at Amazon. And sometimes you can go, let's go on eBay. Because sometimes you can get them new from from different sellers. Sometimes you can search pre-owned. Let's see, can I go new price by now condition new? Let's just go new. Okay, so we're going 116 from different sellers, free shipping. 120 from Sweetwater, 116, 120, 116, 186. So it's all the way from Japan. It must be better. So 120, 120. So 120, 116. There's a good combo. The BD2 with the EP booster. I've got a Keeley Blues driver that I'm currently trying to find it out of boxes. Okay, so we're looking at 116 free shipping on the EP booster. But what will we do? So let's see here. Let me go back to, there's a little bit of, let's see here. Dino says, has anybody ever tried the Amazon Basics guitar pedals? I have not. I'd be interested. That's a guitar player, now available. Cook says, I've watched reviews. They seem decent. Chris went to get some food, and Monday the city was deserted except for a guy singing Bob Marley to a cassette player. That was me, man. That was me. Really curious about those. Such affinity for Boss pedals. Definitely inexpensive way to go. Let's see here. See, or buy the Amazon because it's cheap. As you say, the reviews are decent. Or buy 3 pedals for the same price. Exactly. Or 2 pedals and a power supply, because they won't take batteries. That's another thing too. A lot of these small little mini pedals that they're playing, they don't take the batteries. You got to think about that. All right. Okay, so let's head on back over to the here. So what's the best? I guess that. Let's see if I can go back to the Spark Mini Boost pedal. That sounds very interesting. Looks like they're trying to compete. 20 dB discrete circuit. Okay. Oh, you guys can't see it. It opened in a new window. Okay, so let's just do it here. Let's go to Amazon for this one. See what they got that. Oh, I just saw it. There it is. Okay. Well, it says 82 here. I guess you can find it someplace else for what was in the 40s before. So I guess this is they're competing with the EP booster. There's the old microamp for 79. 4.8 out of 5 stars. Highly recommend. Okay, maybe that would be one to try. You can get it at Sweetwater for $48.99, about less than half from over at Amazon. Okay, all right. So there's some ideas for some boost pedals. Okay, who was the Taylor 814? I think it was Dean, if I'm not mistaken. Let's see what we got for the Taylor 814. Okay, so we're looking $4 grand, 3,500, 3,600, 36, 36. The CE. Let's look over at Sweetwater here. Waiting. I guess they decided not. Okay, let's go to Amazon. Let's see, 814 CE. Here we go. Grand Auditorium, 6-string. Very nice looking guitar. Got the, let's see what the, only one left at Dean, man, hurry up. They only got one, they got one left in stock. Order soon. It can get there between the 21st and the 23rd. Buy used. You can get one used for $3 grand. Oh, it's just used. Okay. This is not Amazon. I got fooled. It's Alamo Music. Let's find somebody somewhere else. Was there, hey Dean, was there a certain model of it? These are the CEs. Is there different models of these? Let's see here. Look at Reverb. See here. Ooh. Oh, but that's in Utah. That's a long travel in UPS, in the back of a UPS truck to Maine, I think. Maryland. So they come down pretty good used. They knock about $1,000 off here. Very good. Excellent. Mint. Well, that's new, I guess. Guitar. Okay. The CE, they have So the CE, they have a new one with a beveled edge. Okay. Is that the V class? Let's see here. Sitka spruce, Indian rosewood, ebony, expression, system 2, 1 3/4, 25 and a half, and hard shell case. Okay. Yeah, very nice. Nice inlay work too. I like how the grain, you guys aren't seeing what I'm seeing. I hate that when they pop out. Okay. Pretty neat. Hold on one second. Okay. So let's see here. Let's see if we can find this. He said, I played one. It was so nice. And he loves the neck. Yeah, we had like a cheap Taylor. We even had it was called a Big Baby Taylor. We just had one for just knocking around with, and it was great for a while, but it didn't. The neck shifted. It was really hard to play after about 6 months. But that's not the case for these really nice Taylors. The lady I used to play for, e.g., she plays one, and it is a fantastic guitar. Sounds wonderful too. So let's see. We had Sweetwater, Amazon, which wasn't really Amazon, and Reverb, and eBay. Let's see what eBay. Let's see if they got any new. Let's see if we can get It's not giving me a filter for new. Sort by best match, buy now, auction all listings. Yeah, used is looking like 24, 25. That was a 12. Okay. 36. Oh, here's a Cocobolo limited edition for 44. What makes it limited? Is it the inlay? Oh, it's Cocobolo. Is that wood? I don't know. It's in Middletown, New York. That is nice. See that? Look at that. That is nice. I like that too. Pretty neat. Where's the description here? Here we go. Built with back and sides of stunning Cocobolo. Grand Tunes Organic Beauty. Solid Lutz spruce top. I bet that thing sounds very nice. Okay. All right. So let's see here. Evan says, I love the Taylors when I worked at the music store a long time ago. Yeah, those are cool. Yep. Cocobolo. Learn something new every day. Okay. So we've got the Taylors looking at new 3500. Okay, so let's go for this. Let's take a look at the Strats, holiday Strat guitars. So we have a couple Strats that we're looking at here. So we've got Kevin's Olympic White Strat, which he's not sure which way he's going to go. He's not sure it's going to go for more like the mid-level or like just get one for around the house. And then we also have Squire Affinity HSS too. Let's see, guitars, Squire, electrics, we have Squire, Yamaha, another just back and forth between Squire and Fender, Telly, and then an Epiphone. Let's start with the Squires. Okay. All right. Let's see here. Let's do the Affinity HSS. Let's see what we got going on for these. Okay. So it's looking like the new price, $329. Let's go to Amazon and see what theirs is. It's looking like, okay, so we've got, this one is a Montego Black Metallic here. See here. So it's got that kind of sparkle pick guard for $229, brand new. Let's see here. Let's try. What color do you want? What color are we looking for? There's Olympic white. A lot of them have that kind of black sparkle pick guard. Let's see here. Let's try the Olympic white. See how much. Let's see if the price changes. Nope. Still $229. So we got our Affinity HSS Squires for $229. That's our lowest. And for Kevin, let's see here. Kevin's looking for a Olympic white with a mint green pickguard, kind of like mine over there. And let's see here. Let's see what it is. Let's see if we can get the Olympic white without the humbucker. Nope. It's just only comes with the humbucker. Okay. At least from here. I'm sure we can get it somewhere else. So we're looking at $229. This one's $231. You can get a bullet for $179. Has anyone ever tried and seen the difference between the bullets and the affinities? And what do you think about those two? I've played a lot of the affinities, and I always liked them. I like that the body is thinner, too. Let's go back here and take a look around a little bit. Guitar Center. Guitar Center will probably be the same price. Let's take a look. $229. That's cool. Slick. Sick, dude. It's slick silver. Very cool. Very cool. So they've got Olympic white, but it's got the humbucker for Kevin. I think Kevin's wanted it traditional here. Okay. So musician friend will be the same as Guitar Center. Best deals today. We look up here. And Guitar Center Sweet Spot. All the shop nows have it $100 more. Let's see what the deal is with that. Oh, because it comes with the amp. Okay, that comes with a frontman amp. So that's $100 more. Okay, so we're looking at $229 for the Affinity there. So now let's move to the next step up. Okay, so we're gonna. I think I saw. Kevin says you can get the classic vibe. Squire classic vibe. Let's just go classic vibe Strat. Let's see what the Amazon price is, and then we'll go from there. I don't even see an Amazon link. Here we go. So here's a 60s. I don't want a 60s. I'm going to put in Olympic white. Amazon Classic Vibe 50s with maple. And if I'm not mistaken, Kevin was looking for a rosewood neck. So let's see here. Let's go to Sweetwater. So we got $399, and it's got the 70 style big headstock on it. And it looks like what's that? That tortoiseshell, like a red tortoiseshell pickguard. Not bad though. How much was it? Let's see here. $399. That's not bad. Not bad for the classic vibe. So we got $399. Now, Chris, I think I was looking back here. Hey, Hal's here. Hey, Hal. What's you up to, man? Got some family stuff going on. That's awesome. That's awesome. And Chris says vintage to a V6 JMH with a reverse headstock. Let's look that up. A vintage V6 JMH with a reverse headstock. Nice. 449 used. Bonanza Guitar Center. Let's see if we can find them new and used. Okay. Guitar pusher. I think vintage here. I'm not sure who the distributor is for vintage here. Where do you get them? Hoffman Music 449, South Shore Music 449, Total Music Source. So some smaller places here. Let's look like Hoffman Music. Let's see what that is. Vintage. That's the 3-tone. Let's go back. South Shore Music. Let's see. These are all the 3-tone. They're popping up in another screen. But let's look at this one here. The Fillmore. This is popping up in another screen too. So here, let's copy the link. Come back to the one that's being streamed. Here we go. So this is the one Chris is talking about. Right-handed S-style body with a lefty neck. Pretty cool. Let's see here. Got the reverse headstock on there. Very nice. Very nice. 2010. So we're looking at used stuff here. Not sure. Does anybody know where to get the vintage line in the U.S.? Chris says classed as Olympia White. Let's see here. Evan says, I've heard the Affinity is a step up, but that's not personal experience. Coke says, when I get the vaccine, I'm going to go sit in a music store and touch every electric guitar I can. And just wear some gloves, man. Just go on in there, get like a shield and some gloves. Chris says it has nice pickups in it and trem never goes out. Well, that would be better than every Stratocaster I've ever played. So his brother rated them 2. Good. That's awesome. So Kevin says music store in Minneapolis has the vintage guitars. Okay, yeah. So they're going to be kind of like court guitars are here, where you're going to see them more at the mom and pop shops and stuff like that. I've been eyeing some of those. You got one, right? How do you like it? Okay. And Hal says, not to jump in conversation so late, but have y'all heard of the Epiphone inspired by Gibson acoustics? Hummingbird. I haven't. I know the Epiphone versions of those, but this is inspired by Gibson. Is that a new line or something like that? All three. So the Hummingbird, the SJ200, and J45. Interesting. We'll look at those up in a minute. Gibson acoustics. Okay. All right, there. Just trying to see here what we are. About a month old. Let's look at them right now. Well, I've got it on the brain here. So we got Epiphone. Inspired by Gibson. Let's go to Sweetwater, see what they're doing here. Looks like I'm currently offline. That would be bad. That would be terrible. Maybe this link would like to work. Oh, looks like Sweetwater's having some problems. Let's look at Epiphones, see if that site works. Get an Epiphone. Gibson gives an Epiphone. Okay, well, I'm obviously on the internet, so. This is the Hummingbird. Let's take a look at that. Here we go. So we got $7.99 for aged and natural antique gloss. Very nice. Very nice. So it's got the Epiphone headstock. Legendary acoustic tone and amazing price. Let's see. I'm reading through this real quick. So it's got that Gibson feel, I guess. Hummingbird, solid Sitka spruce, and mahogany back inside. I'm curious. Have you played any of them yet? Hey, Scott's here. Hey, Scott. Scott, have you played any of these Epiphone inspired by Gibson line yet? Or heard anything about them? Really interested about that. Hal says new, about a month old. And then says people have said great things about the inspired by Gibson line, even the acoustics, but I don't know about those specifically. I want to see the the J45. Excuse me. So we got $699. What's the difference between these two? Well, let's take a look at the cheaper one right now. Very nice. Look at that. It's going to put blisters on me fingers. Very cool. No pickup on this one. $699. Awesome. The C profile mahogany neck. Cool stuff. Excuse me. Scott says driving on the door. Scott says I haven't. Okay. Yeah, I haven't played anything other than the stuff I got in a long time. I guess nobody has. I should have thought about that forecast. We haven't gone anywhere. Okay, let's see here. So Chris says 1 a.m. heading to bed, guys. Gonna be dreaming guitar for sure. Thanks, Chris. Thanks for hanging out with us. I'm glad you were able to. We missed you on the last one. So have a great day tomorrow, man. Evan says I do love my Epiphone, even if it isn't electric. Good night, Chris. It looked like I'm too fancy for me. All right, let's see here. I want to go back to Scott's, where Scott said, I believe Cort is still building the entry-level Fenders. You get a lot more bang for your buck. Yeah, Cort makes some really nice stuff. Really good stuff. We still have that parlor Cort, and I just look at it. It is really nice. Let's see here. I'm going to get back on to... Scott says, not sure who builds the inspired Epis. And let's see here. Hal says the cutout J45 has better electronics. The regular does have a Fishman too, all solid wood. Cool. Which Fishman is it? Is it my favorite? Let's see here. Where's the pickups? Oh, this one doesn't have the pick. That's probably why it's cheaper. Let's go back here. Fishman Electronics. There we go. Okay. Sonicor. Who's familiar with the Fishman Sonicor pickup? I'm not. Let's see here. I am old school Fishman matrices and the what's it, the Infinite, the one I'm using now. Scott knows what I'm using now better than I do. I just go to Scott for acoustic stuff. That's what I do. And let's see here. Evan says Cort makes some upper end stuff too, I think. I bought a jazz hollow body, the full hollow body that I have. It's called a Peerless. And I always thought maybe Cort made it. It really feels really familiar, and I've played a bunch of Corts too. So Oh, Scott says that pickup, what was it? I already lost it already. Sonicor. He says it's okay. All right. All right. So there's the J45. What was the other one again? Let's see. I'm going back to Hal's original post here. I've lost it. It was the SJ200. Let's see here. SJ200. That's the Gibson. I should have put Epiphone in there. Here. $899. $899. And what is this one? The EJ. Okay, so that's different. So here, this the aged natural antique gloss. Look at that. Got the mustache bridge. We'll watch that sometime. Spruce, maple back and sides, and a two-piece strip. Very nice. I'm curious how they feel compared to the Epiphones themselves, the regular Epiphone ones. Very cool. Does this come with a pickup too? Fishman Electronics, probably that same pickup, I'll bet. Scanning. This just says onboard electronics. Sound hole mounted preamp with rotary controls. Sounds very Fishman to me. Okay, cool. Hal, I think they all look pretty good. I'm curious to see what you'd be doing with that. Which one, if you're getting all three of them, that'd be pretty cool. Let's see here. Evan says Cort's probably made more guitars than anyone over the last 100 years. Yeah, you may have a Cort and you don't even know it. Maybe. Dino says if I had to pick, I would try one of the new Fender Esquires. Let's check that out. Let's see here. There's the Brad Paisley 70th anniversary. Two color sunburst, 19. So they're going for like $2,000, the cheapest from here. I may be looking at the wrong one. I may be going at the high end ones. But the Brad Paisley Road Worn Black Sparkle is $13.99. It's got a spruce body. How about that? Maple neck, maple fingerboard, and 2 single coil pickups. I thought Esquire only had 1 pickup. Thought that's what makes it an Esquire. I thought. I could be wrong. I could be losing my mind. Pretty cool looking though, man. I like that. Okay. All right. So, Dino, let me know if I'm looking at the right ones. Is there a lower line, or are those the ones that you were looking at? So here is the gray, the Brent Mason looking one with the 1 pickup. Pretty neat. I really like those Telly looking guitars that Billy Gibbons played. The ones with the knife sticking in them, but he had humbuckers in all of those. Okay, let's see here. I don't know if this is new or not. I'm going to give up on this in just a minute. That looks like a several piece body. I had a Highway 1 that was like this. You can see the different cuts. I think it was a 4-piece, the Highway 1 I had, and it was nice. It really sounded good. Okay, so let's see here. What have I missed? Oh, okay. I want to get to Evan's guitar before we take off tonight. So we have an Epiphone 339, Pelham Blue. Okay, so we're seeing here across the board $4.99 all the way across, and then down here in the little Google thing on the right, $4.99 all the way across. So that's kind of that's the deal with this guitar, $4.99 all the way across. Let's see what Amazon's doing. Then we can head over to Reverb to see what they're doing. Are you looking for the P90s? Do these all have the P90s? Let me take a look on this front page. Let me look more at this. No, that's humbuckers there for $4.99. So I guess you could have it either way you want. Man, that's a pretty guitar. Here, let me put that into the tab we are on. Look at that, man. That's sharp. That is sharp. Very nice. Very nice. That thing looks like it would take off without you. Oh, cool, man. Very cool. Very cool. And it says, but look at it. Oh my God, it's pretty. Let's see here. Did I miss anything? Oh, Dino said those were the ones. The one pickup, they look cool. Yeah, I think so too with the spruce body. Yeah, those are nice. Those are nice. Yeah. So we're looking $4.99 here. This is one of those, like, you're not gonna find anybody going too much below $4.99. But let's go look at the Reverb real quick. Say we were to go use. I thought I saw a Reverb link here. There it is. It says it's in a very limited TV Pelham Blue, but we've seen a lot of them, so I don't know if it's limited. Oh, this is a Pro, a 339 Pro. Is that different? Is that like a custom shop Epiphone? I don't know. I don't know what would make it Pro. That's neat, though. You see the grain? Can you guys see the grain there? I always thought of the Pelham Blue as like completely covered the wood. Hey, it's David. Hey, man, how you doing? It's David. Good to see you, man. Hey, everybody who's here, if you could take a minute and hit the like on the video, that's going to really help with these, because we're going to start doing these all the time and building this back up again to what it was when we first started doing these. Windermere, Florida. I can get there pretty quick. Once this, I'll go pick it up. No, I'm getting near nobody. Dino says Epiphone makes some great 335s. Yeah. And Evan says, I wasn't aware of the Pro. Probably different pickups and push-pull pots. Yeah, I had a Les Paul. It was an Epiphone. They call it like a custom shop or something like that, and they put different pickups in it. Well, let's see here. Okay. All right, so that was, what was that? $4.99, and this is a used one for $500 with shipping. So we're looking at $4.99. That's like the best we can do. I think the only thing, I didn't look up my stuff yet, and we didn't look at the Butterscotch Blonde Telly. So let's do the Butterscotch Blonde Telly right now. Let's try Squire first. Okay, here's the Affinity Butterscotch Blonde Telly, the maple neck, $229. $229. You can't beat that, man. $229. And we got, let's see here. Got to fix this for just a second. Coke says I'd literally take any Telly at all. Scott, what's your Telly? I know you got a Telly. What is it a straight up Fender? I forget. I know you did a lot of stuff to it. What's your Telly? What Telly do you have? Mine's a Custom Pro, and I love it. Show us the balalaika. Okay. David's going to add a new Ibanez in 2021. What Ibanez are you going to be adding? That sounds like a lot of fun. You're going to have a whole bunch of them there. Coach says any color configuration, whatever. And then Evan says, classic, I'd build my dad one of those if he was still around. Blackguard, everything. Yeah, those are neat. That's neat. I know Scott was playing one too. Scott's still here. I don't know if he's still here or not. Okay. So we're going to look up David's guitar. Looks like $229. Let me write that down. What the going price is here. Then we can go start looking used in a few minutes if you guys would like. I want to hang out a little bit longer. I'm just waiting on David to let me know what's this new Ibanez. Do you know which Ibanez you're going to get? I think you have, what do you have? Like the RG, I think. Okay. I'm going to look something of mine up while we're waiting for that. The Boss SD1. So, okay. 49 bucks. 49 bucks, Guitar Center. So let's see here. And actually used, I've looked at these used and they're right up around, you might as well get new anyway. You're not going to find a used one that's super old that you can afford. And then the new ones are just, I'm probably just going to go new with that for 49. Oh, holidays are so much fun. I'm getting excited now. Okay, and then the other thing the Katana, I think that was $269. I'm gonna look up an ISO cab. The Randall is the one that has been around for a long time. The Rivera there's a 60 watt, 75 watt, so they're coming with speakers in them already. I want some without speakers in it. Clear Sonic AP11 with a lid. There's a lid there. Let's see here. Let's look at this. So the Randall Isolation 12 speaker cab, $539. All right, that's the one I was thinking about. Don't think I'm going to be getting that soon, but that's the one I've been thinking about. But then there's the Rivera Silent Sister 75 watt. It's got the Celestion in there for $1,000. And I've got speakers. And let's see here. Let's go to Amazon and see what they've got there. Look at that. How did I go from Isolation Cab to Isolation Cap? Oh, did I write Cap? No, it was Cab. Those are beautiful. Very nice. I guess Amazon let me down on that one. Okay, let me go back to the chat here. Scott says, my Tellys have real necks, but the bodies I build. Okay. All right. Nevin says, I love my Telly, but Les Paul's so nice to play. It's a little heavy. And David's thinking of one without a Floyd Rose. Is the Floyd Rose getting to you? I'll bet it is a little bit. They're fun, man, but they're changing strings is something else. Let's see here. Scott says, Danny Boyle's Tellys are where I would go if I was in the market. Okay. Danny Boyle's Tellys. Is that I'm not familiar with this. Is that somebody you know, or is this a yeah, I don't think that's, I think I'm completely not getting Danny Boyle. Is Danny Boyle, tell me about Danny. Okay, Hal says, only if there's time. I'm thinking reverb pedal, ideally for most acoustic into amp PA, but great for electric too. Learning's a Hall of Fame too. I got a Hall of Fame too. I use it a lot. I've got the Nova reverb, the big one. I like a lot. I've got several reverb pedals. I'm trying to see. Where's my board? The Hall of Fame is good. I ended up going, it's a little dark. The easy to get to presets, but if you use like the tone print thing, I built a couple that were really nice. But the Digitech is the one that I keep on my board. What was it called? Let's see. The Polera is what it turned into now. It was a RV something before, but now it's the Digitech Polera. And that has the, let's see here. That has the reverbs on the Digitech. They don't have tons of low end on them, and I found like running a reverb into a guitar amp, in front of the guitar amp, the low end gets kind of strange sometimes. So I really got some great use out of that. That one's still on my board, but I switch it out every once in a while. Okay, so let's see here. But the Polera is like 209, I think. But there's better ones too. There's a lot better than that. That's just worked for my rig. Evan says just get some plywood and a couple saws. Yeah, I can't even walk in my garage, man. I got nowhere to do any of that stuff yet. Hal says digestion's your checkout and suggestions. Oh. Now we see what you're on. You. Dean says, got to jump. Have a nice holiday, everybody. Yeah, I got to go too in a few minutes. Great to see you, Dean. You have a great one, okay? And Scott says, you can find him on Facebook, Danny Boyle's Guitar. Okay, that would make sense. That would make sense. Thanks, Scott. Thank you for that. Okay. All right. Well, you know what? I think I'm going to call it now. We got a few people hopping out, and I'm about ready to go get something to eat. I think what we'll do is we will do this again, but we'll go the used route next time. How's that sound? Sound like fun? So we'll start looking for some serious buys that you would pick up right away. What do you think about that? All right. So I'm going to go ahead and call it. Thanks everybody for hanging out. What's been going on? I'm slowly getting the academy together. Put up 4 more videos today. Halfway through the 201 level, and you'll see hopefully that'll be done. Hopefully the next 2 levels will be done in the next few days. And also I've got a couple students' videos came in a little late yesterday, so I'm going to try and get to them tonight before it's all said and done. Okay. But you guys have a great rest of your week. We may do this a little bit later on in the week. I'm still trying to figure out settling on a good day for this. Mondays work pretty well, but we'll see how it goes. So let's see here. Oh, Dave's looking at the RGIB21. Okay, I'll write that down for next time. RGIB21 Ibanez. Okay. Cook says, good night, Dean. Awesome. Thanks, Lee. Sounds good. Sounds good. Dino says, happy holidays, everyone. Evan says, good night. David, Kevin, David. Okay. I'll see you guys. Have a great rest of your week. We'll see what happens. Probably another one of these at the end of the week. Bye-bye.